Yo, you gotta try this new X. It's the fine fragrance goat. The new X Fine Fragrance Collection. Smell finer than the finest fragrances with the goat.
Before we get started, I want to give our praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai. By Hashem Akakwadash. Double honors to my apostles, elders of great millstone of Ruel. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Tajima Debar coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And this is just a brief lesson going on various things I seen throughout the news yesterday. Just doing a real brief lesson before I head into slavery. And what you see on this commercial with this rapper, the little baby, what you see the goat, right? They're pushing that Baphomet spirit, man. And people don't understand. That's what they be speaking about when they say the goat and all that bullshit. They be speaking about the Baphomet, man. That's why you see on the commercial we had a goat and all this symbolism throughout the commercial, because they pushing this androgynous spirit here in Babylon the Great, man. And that spirit is being pushed out through the four corners of the earth, through the philosophies of this damn devil for here in Babylon the Great, America, man. So we're going to jump straight into it. And apparatus, our Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And this is basically just quick, just grabbing a couple articles and things that's been happening around the world, man. Because we can clearly see that America's on the way out. So let me see. Let me bear with me.
People who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
Now, who you just saw was the president of Kenya. He basically telling his citizens that they need to get rid of their U.S. dollars because in a matter of weeks, it won't mean anything. See, the reason why he is saying that, because Africa was in debt to the United States. But why everybody was paying attention to TikTok case and being distracted with the bullshit, what Putin did was Putin paid off the debt that Africa owed America. So now Africa no longer owes America anything. So now that Putin has paid off the debt for Africa, Africa decided to join alliance with China and Russia. So now China, Russia, and Africa have joined together. Their military and everything will be as one. They have teamed up now. And Africa has already declared that whatever China and Russia need at this point, that they will assist them and they will join them into doing whatever they need to be done. So America has already collapsed. The dollar bill has already collapsed. No one wants to deal with us. So I urge all of you to take all of your money out the bank, because one day we're going to wake up, all the banks is going to be closed. Take all your money out of your savings, take all your money out of your 401k and all of that stuff, because we're going to wake up and everything is going to be dead, because no one wants to deal with America anymore. No one wants to deal with the U.S. dollars. So take your money out the bank and get everything you need for your family, because the next coming weeks and months, especially during the summer, is going to be hell in America. So I suggest that you get everything you need while the U.S. dollar still matters very little in the United States, because eventually it's going to get to a point where the majority of these countries is not going to want to affiliate with America, because America has burnt a lot of bridges. America has destroyed a lot of things and a lot of people. And it gotten to the point where though it's going to be America against them. So all I'm trying to say is that we need to really stop being distracted, because it's a lot more stuff that is going to happen before the summer. So this is now the time to get your family together and have those conversations. It's now the time to get everything you need, because we are going to wake up and it's going to be completely hell on America, because Judgment Day in America is here. And that doesn't even include what happened in Mississippi. Like, Mississippi right now is really going through it. I'm going to make another video about that, but this video is mostly about Kenya.
And
hey, here's my doctor's notes for my medical restrictions.
And there you have it, man. Showing you that this place is on its way out, man. This Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. And you're seeing everything that we've been telling you, Jakes. The spirit that this man's pushing out in society, these agendas, the collapse of this place, Babylon the Great. We've been telling you. We've been telling you that this place is on its way out, man. You need to rise in the park, because this is not your rest. They're telling you, man, that these nations, which is going to fulfill Ezekiel the 38th chapter, they're coming together to wage war with the West, which is Babylon the Great, man. And we see that, man. This place is done, man. This Jeremiah 51 and verse, let me see. Jeremiah 51 and verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take bond for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Hey, this place is done. The bond for pain, the nourishment, the ointments is not going to bring back or stimulate this economy, man. These stimulative packages and things they're going to try to do to keep things afloat, it's not going to keep this place going, man. Matter of fact, let's jump up. Verse 7. Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the nations drunken. All the nations has drunken the wines and philosophies of America, man. Like you see, America has burned plenty bridges. All these other nations can't trust in America anymore. They can't trust in this lying and deceitful nation, man, under the reign of the Edomites, man. You so-called white people. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. The nations are drunken of her wine. They took on the democracy. They took on the philosophies of America, man. And now they're mad because they're looking at their country, because their countries are destroyed, man. Under the regime of America, under this damn democracy, man, under this so-called freedom, right? Yeah, freedom to do what? Do what thou wilt, man. No lawlessness, man. That's what America pushes out onto these other nations and demonizes them so they can go in and take their resources, man, and put them under their IMF, International Monetary Fund. But now all these other nations, they're dropping America. They're done with America, man, because it's not benefiting for them and their nation. And he says Babylon is suddenly falling and destroyed. And you're seeing the economic woes, which is going to lead to the true turmoils that's going to take place in the society, man. The real collapse, man. The real collapse is on its way, man. The bank runs and these bank collapses, man, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing compared with what the Lord's about to do to this place, man. It says how for her, take bond for her pain. These people about to be crying out. These people going to be crying out and seeking answers. But they should have been taking heed what the men of the Lord has been saying. Before they spring forth, we tell you them. We've been telling you these things are about to take place, man. We've been warning you. We've been warning the flock, man. You Jakes, man. You 2/3 niggas, the ones that's been complacent and settled upon your leads, thinking this place is going to continue to stay. And you niggas that took the bag, man. The Most High got you, Jakes, man. It said, if so, she may be healed. It's no healing this place, man. This place will not be healed, man. It's done. This economic, this dollar is out of here. They're setting up which they're called the Fed app. So before they issue in the Fed app, they're going to usher in all this chaos, man, which is going to lead to bank runs, shortage of food, the pollution of water. You're going to have to resort to your government for the one of all things. That's what's coming down the pipe, man. It says, we should have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us all go every one into his own country. And that's what you're seeing. All these other nations are separating themselves from America, man. They see that America ways is not beneficial for them and their nation or the earth. So they're separating themselves, man, which is Bible prophecy, man. It says, for her judgment have reached to the heaven. Why? Because when you go in Revelation 18:5, the sins of Babylon the Great have reached to the heavens, man. All the atrocities and the wickedness that this damn place will continue to push and thrive off, and especially out the backs of the Nicolaitans Native Americans. Hey, it have reached into the heavens, man. The cries of the elect have reached into the heavens of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And the Most High is looking down upon this wicked ass place as you go in Amos 9th chapter, the 8th verse, man. And it says, and it's lifted up even into the skies, man. And you see that, man. All the wickedness that's been pushed out here in Babylon the Great, the Most High is looking down upon this place, man, because all the wickedness has when it reached into the skies, man. And it's too much, man. It's too much. Too much is going on, and the only ones reporting about it are the men of the Lord, man. And this right here, look, The Hill, it says Trump calls for protests over potential arrest sparks fears of violence, because this is what they're pushing. This is part of the Hegelian dialect. These are the distractions, man. They give you distractions like this so they can play off your emotions with this right wing, left wing paradigm shift. But at the same time, he's playing both sides, man. That's why I say he spake as a lamb, but he's as a real quick. I grab it. Revelation 13:11, and beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. The two horns like a lamb represent the Republican and the Democrats, man, the Flavians and Patricians. That's how you know this is the Roman system all over again. And he said, and spake as a dragon, because that's Esau. He spake as a dragon. He's playing both sides, so he can usher in these draconian laws. These draconian laws of what is going to be. It's going to be slight. It's going to be the littlest thing you do, you're going to get a heavy penalty. That's what they're pushing, man, because that's going to line up with the MOTB, man. That's what you're seeing, man. So he spake as a dragon, but he said he had two horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. That's what you're seeing. The right wing, left wing paradigm shift, the right wing versus the liberals, all that bullshit, all that shit is set up, man. All that shit is set up. And when you plan into that shit, they got your ass, man, because they ain't nothing but Hegelian dialect, man. They ain't nothing but distractions and witchcraft, man. So let's jump into this. Let's play a little bit. And this is spirit, because I was watching this last night, and I had to go find this article, because they putting it out there, man. They're putting the beast system out there to usher in this new way.
We don't often think about how the sense of touch makes our lives possible. We grip a paper coffee cup with perfect force to hold it but not crush it. Our feet always find the floor. But for people with artificial limbs or those with spinal injuries, the loss of touch can put the world beyond their grasp. 17 years ago, the Defense Department launched a $100 million project to revolutionize prosthetic limbs. The robotics you're about to see is amazing, but even more remarkable is how the feeling of feeling is returning to people like Brandon Prestwood.
The story will continue in a moment.
For me, it's a battle if I wanted to live or die.
You weren't sure you wanted to live?
No. I didn't know if I wanted to or not.
Brandon Prestwood's battle began with the loss of his left hand. In 2012, he was on a maintenance crew reassembling an industrial
We're not going to go all the way into it.
When someone...
But basically, man, this man got his... He was in the military, and he signed up for a program where he can get these... what you see, his artificial arm, because his arm got chopped off in a freak accident at work. But he signed up for a program where he can get the artificial arm, and they had basically at the end of the day it's the MOTB technology, because they based off the nerve system, how they're pushing it, but they probably have something else hooked up to them that they're really not trying to push to the masses, man. And I suggest brothers go to this and watch it, man. I'm not gonna play all of it because my time is short, but that's what you're seeing being pushed, man. Now you're seeing him push out the image of the beast. That's what you see. Real quick. Revelation 13:15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, because we know that beast system is revived because it's a Rome. And he said that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that many as would not worship the image should be killed, man. And real quick, that's not the one I wanted. But this is what you're seeing. He's pushing out. He's pushing out the image of the beast, which is part of his new system. Real quick, I grabbed this, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, in verse... I start at verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity do already work. only he who now will let until he be taken out the way. And the mystery of iniquity is Esau, Edom, these so-called white people, man, these Edomites. And the Most High has set them up, man. He said only he who will let it until he be taken out the way. Because you go in Job 9:24, the earth was given. The Most High gave the earth over unto the hand of the wicked. And he says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's when the Lord is going to come back and destroy Esau, Edom. But he will consume him with this word, man. And he says, even him whose coming is at the workings of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Is that not power and signs and lying wonders, man? What you seen with that? Got it where it's connected to his arm, which connected to his brain. Because when you watch Brothers, I'm telling you, watch the rest of it. You got an Edomite that can't walk, but he got a thing connected to his brain where he can use a robot arm to shake hands and various other things, but his limbs don't work. So they already pushing the technology and they're playing out the emotions of the people to push out this system. The majority of the people are going to fall for this shit, man, because we understand that this is part of Bible prophecy, man. We understand that broad is the way that leads to destruction, man. And a true man of Yahweh Shema Shah is going to take that narrow path, man, which is leading unto life. Verse 10, it says, and with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And that's what's coming. 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to perish because they're going to put their trust in this man's system. They're going to put their trust in this fallen regime, and that's this man's power. They're going to put their trust in the fall of Babylon. This place is fallen, so why would you come down to Egypt for help when everything around you is falling? That's what these people don't understand. These people think they're going to get refuge, they're going to get shelter and comfort, but not knowing it's short-lived because the Most High is setting it up for the okie doke so he can destroy this place, man. Let's grab another article real quick. It says Philadelphia residents advised to drink bottled water Sunday afternoon following chemical spill. And that's, come on, man. They're gradually doing what? They're gradually putting a squeeze on the people, man. They're cutting off your water supply. They're cutting off your food supply. They're cutting off your the dollar. They're putting a squeeze on this place, man. And this was Sunday. It says Philadelphia residents advised to drink bottled water. Why? Because it's another chemical spill, just like Ohio, just like Nashville, Tennessee, that they didn't tell them a lot of people in there, just like what happened in Virginia. I think it was a train derailment. All this shit is gradually happening while you people are distracted with the March Madness. And when all the madness in here in March is happening right before your eyes, man, the Lord is setting up the ultimate snare because it's under the rule of Esau, Edom, man. It's Isaiah chapter 19 and verse let me see, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, like we see Trump and all them. They're setting up that them civil wars, right? And it really is the Lord. And it says, and they shall fight everyone against his neighbor, and everyone against his brother. So like everyone against his neighbor, and city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That's what you're seeing gradually being pushed, man, which is going to lead to the fall of this place, man. They're setting up the civil unrest, man. And it said, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols and the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards, man. They're going to be seeking to their warlocks and their demons, but they ain't going to be able to help them, man. Especially all these people that call themselves Freemason ones, so-called light ones. That shit ain't going to help you in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Because the Most High is destroying that bullshit, man. That shit is getting torn down with this word, man. Because the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah endure forever, man. And it says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. And you see that, man. These damn Edomites, man. That cruel Lord, man. Under Amalek, man. Which he got your boy Creepy Joe in a position of ushering all these catastrophes around America, man. And he don't give a damn about this place. He's for the global. And he says, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. And this is what you're seeing, man. A fierce king, the Edomite, under Amalek. And you see that, man. Under Creepy Joe, the king of Babylon. Because he don't give a damn what's going on, man. He's telling you in your face his agenda subtlety, man. Because they're gonna just come out and telling you the new world order very soon. Watch. And it said, and the water shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up. And you seeing that, man? The Most High is drying up the rivers and the waters. Why? With these chemical spills, man. People are not going to be able to use the tap water. They're not going to be able to go to the beach and to the ocean, all these various places, because they're going to be fucking, it's going to be poisoned, man. And that's what the Lord's putting the spirit on Esau to do this shit, man. And it says, and they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of the defense shall be emptied and dried up. Because what's happening with the Mississippi River is drying up. Hoover Dam, drying up. All these things is happening because the Lord is doing it, man. He's putting the spirit on Esau, even to do it, man. Even if they're doing it themselves, the Most High making them do it. And he said, and the reeds and the figs shall wither, man. And you saying that, man. This place is withering away. This place is done. We got to separate ourselves from this place spiritually, man. Let's grab another one. And this is what it said. This is Helen, as far as more bank runs, right? It says government could take more action to stop bank runs. And well, how you think they're going to do that, man? They're going to come in and they're going to let it collapse so they can have the 6 major banks they want in position of authority under the Fed now. That's what they're doing, man. They're collapsing these small banks because you know the word, big bank take little bank, and they're setting up their system, man. This is all a major move to usher in the MOTB, man. We can clearly see what's going on, man. And brothers ain't brought this out in a minute, but this is Operation Sandman now activated. Saudi Arabia announces end of the dollar dominance in global oil trade, and dominoes began to fall on the U.S. empire. And you see that, man. You see that. Come on, man. Operation Sandman. Why? Because they're getting rid of the dollar, man. Come on, man. Hey, man, this place is done, man. If you can't see that, man, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. This place is out of here, man. Let's grab one more. Isaiah chapter 24. Verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. The city of confusion represents America. And this place is broken down mentally, spiritually, and physically, man. The only ones that's getting built up are the men of the Lord, and that's through this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, so it can withhold us in the time of Jacob's trouble as you go into Isaiah 33 and 6. But everything around us is falling, man, and we love it, man. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Why? Because Babylon is being closed down, man. You're going to see more job loss, with more bank runs to come job loss because the companies are not going to be able to pay their employees. Because you're already seeing a shortage of supplies. Because even with my job, we're waiting on supplies from the West, but the Lord is plaguing that place, man, with the storms and various things like that. I think it was a tornado out in California, man. You can look that up. A lot of things is happening, man. A lot of things is happening. Tornado in Mississippi somewhere not too long ago, yesterday or 2 days ago. So the Lord is plaguing Babylon the Great, man. And it says, and there is a crying for wine in the streets. That wine represents this wisdom, this knowledge, and understanding. People are going to be seeking for answers, man. You Jake's going to be running to and fro trying to seek the men of the Lord as you go in Amos 8 and 11. But you ain't going to be able to find us, man, because why? You scoff, you mock, and you use your liberty to the occasion of the flesh. You wasn't really trying to get right with the Lord. You was bullshitting around, man. You was being complacency, man. And the state of complacency, man, as you go in Amos 6 and 1. That's why the Lord said, woe to them that are easy at Zion and trust in the mountains of Samaria, which I'll call the chief of the nations. You put your trust in Babylon the Great, and this is going to be to your confusion, man. Isaiah 30th chapter, because it's going to lead you to getting destroyed. You putting your trust in this system, man. This place is done. And it says, all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And we see that the mirth of Babylon the Great is gone. The sports, the entertainment, it's all washed up. It's bullshit. It's trash. And the Lord's done that, man. This is of the Lord, man. Thus said the Lord, he was going to do this to this place. And he's doing it, man. Because he's got to declare his name, Yahweh Shah, through the four corners of the earth, man. Just as in the time of Egypt, just as at this time that you're coming into, man. Thus said the scriptures, man. So with that, apparatus, our Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Just a real brief update of what's going on around the world, man. It's a lot of things happening geopolitically, domestic, and spiritually, man. So as men of the Lord, we have to stay on our watchtower, man, and teach, man. And as the Lord said in Isaiah 62 and 6, I set a watchman upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night, man. Ye make mention of the Lord, keep not silent. So it's our job to push this word, man, and get a message out and to warn the flock for what's coming down the pipe, man. So with that, Apparatus, our Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And I want to say, call Haloyim La, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone of Ruel. Peace and salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Kram Yasharala and Abba Babal. Shalom.